the Greek Freak, LeBron James. Who do you feel like is this year's MVP?
This year MVP. I mean, if you said either one, I feel like it would. Nobody would have a problem with it. But me personally, I think it's this season. I think is LeBron. They're number one team in the West. They've been consistent all year long, and for him to be at the age he's at with the amount of miles that he has on his body, how often he's talked about, the pressure they put on him and every little thing that he does and the level he's performing at, I feel like, in my opinion, I think he's the MVP. Number one in the West. I mean, leading the league in assists. I think he's averaging 25, 26. I mean, that's super impressive, man. And I think this year, he's the MVP of the league.
I absolutely agree with you. Jalen does not, but we won't get into that because he's often wrong. But I do want to get into this. I think that your Trailblazers, in a bubble environment with some sort of a play-in opportunity, are one of the most dangerous teams in the Western Conference, especially because of the return potentially of Nurkic and Collins. Do you expect those two to be available if you do head into a bubble environment?
I'm 100% positive they will. It was right before all of this happened. I know Nurk was coming back like the following week, and Zach was maybe a month out, a month and a half out. So he was like, even if we get him back, it'll be end of the season, last couple games. And we've passed that point, by a long shot now. So I feel like we'll definitely have both of those guys back. We'll be a completely healthy team minus Rodney Hood. And everybody's, every team is coming back off a 2-month hiatus. So it's a more even playing field than it ever has been. And we're coming back a more deep team and, a more well put together team. 2 great centers, 2 great power forwards, 2 great. I mean, we coming back deep and strong, and all that matters is winning. It's not like we coming back trying to figure out, oh, this guy needs to get this many shots or that. We're gonna come back and, given the opportunity, we're gonna come back and try to sneak everybody and try to make something happen because we feel like it's possible. But we could also come out there and lay an egg because we ain't.
Who knows?
Because we ain't.
Who knows? So you mentioned last segment that you would like some sort of a play-in tournament for the Western Conference seeds, and you mentioned that you have Nurkic and Collins definitely coming back. And I'm doing the math during the break, and I'm thinking that's a potential matchup with LeBron and AD and the Lakers. What do you think about that potential matchup in the playoffs?
It'll be fun. I think the kind of season that we've had has been a challenging season. We haven't had, the most success, but we've continued to battle and we know what we're capable of when things do click. And, in the playoffs, it's just about, who's playing the best, who's in the best rhythm. So we know that we'd have a chance against anybody. Obviously, the Lakers would be the toughest. And that, that'd be a tough one to pull off, but we professionals. We always going to be here for that type of challenge.
Dame, some of your greatest heroics have taken place in the playoffs. Multiple game-winning shots. How you broke up the Oklahoma City Thunder. In the gym right now, getting shots up. In the back of your mind, are you thinking of that image against a LeBron James or a Kawhi Leonard?
Nah. It's funny because I don't even think of the ones that passed. There's I don't even think of the last 2. I'm just I just be trying to imagine myself advancing. All right, we got one out the way, and I just try to imagine how I would feel, what it would look like for us to be advancing to the next thing. So.
I got to follow up to that. You shot down Russell Westbrook and Paul George and broke up their squad. Y'all playoff series was real testy. PG even said it was a bad shot. So from that year to this year, like, what type of motivation does that give you, knowing that you got a chance to be in that position again?
I mean, I just was looking forward to it. You know, for me, it wasn't about being in that position again. It was like, we've been in the playoffs the last 6 years. For one, you don't want that streak to end, and you don't want to play a full season and not put yourself in position to have a chance to like fight for what we playing for. And that's what I think about, especially like once we got to the middle, you know, past the midway point of the season, where it was like, all right, we got to make a big push now. If we're gonna do it, that's what I was thinking about. You know, we got to give ourselves a chance to compete for it. You know, just if we get in that top 8, we're gonna have a few more guys healthy. Anything can happen. You know, it's an uphill battle either way, but I'm just trying to get in position to get in that final 8. And once we get in there, then I'm optimistic. You know what I'm saying? It's like whatever happens, happens.
So let's imagine a scenario in which there's a sort of a group stage or a play-in tournament to get into the playoffs, and then we get into the playoffs, and maybe there's a couple positive tests that take out some stars and kind of swing the way the playoff series would normally go. With all these conditions and the 2 months off, do you think that this season, this championship, would have some sort of asterisk attached to it?
I don't think so. I know
Me either.
if we was the team to come in there and somebody happened to not play or something took place or whatever happened and we end up winning, I'm not going to lose no sleep if we win. So.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.